Our planet is unique. Out of all the planets in the universe, this is the only one known to contain life. This life is made up of millions of species, from ants to zebras, all of which play a role in the ecosystems where they live. Like a vast jigsaw puzzle, every plant and animal has its place, and together they complete the picture of our planet. But the puzzle is falling apart. There's been a decline of nearly 70% in the populations of mammals, birds, amphibians, reptiles and fish since 1970, and tropical forest destruction is rampant. Up to half of all plants and animals on Earth face extinction by the end of the century, unless we change the way we live. The biodiversity crisis is about the future of humanity. It's about the food we eat, the water we drink, the medicines we use, a stable climate, and the need for a clean and a healthy environment to live in. We know that global sustainable development goals for poverty, hunger, and health simply cannot be achieved unless we simultaneously address the biodiversity crisis. Yet none of the United Nations global biodiversity goals have been achieved. This moment right now is crucial. We at the Hempel Foundation are committed to address this biodiversity crisis. We've recently updated our biodiversity strategy to achieve the greatest impact. We now focus on 3 crucial areas. First and foremost, we're seeking partners to work with us to sustain the most biodiverse landscapes on the planet. We've identified 4 regions of the world that contain exceptional biodiversity and are highly threatened. These are the most important regions of the world to work in if we are to help prevent massive biodiversity loss. So this is where we will focus our strategic investments. When these 4 regions of the world are combined, their forests cover only about 0.3% of the planet, yet they hold nearly a third of all species on Earth. It will require significantly more financial resources than are currently available to sustain biodiversity at scale. If it is possible to find ways for biodiversity conservation to create a profit, it would unlock vast new sources of funding for conservation. This is the right moment for this approach. The financial sector recognizes the importance of sustainability, and the public demands it. If opportunities can be developed to the point where they generate income while also protecting nature, it will be a game-changing moment for the global biodiversity crisis. We are therefore looking for partners to work with us on innovative approaches to create new sources of finance for biodiversity conservation. We want our funding to generate orders of magnitude more funding to fill the financing gap and address the biodiversity crisis head-on. There is a huge opportunity to increase collaboration between conservationists, indigenous peoples, academia, corporations, and other partners who could and should work together to increase the effectiveness and impact of conservation activities. We don't have time to work in isolation from each other. This is a time for collaboration if we are to prevent biodiversity loss. So, we are looking for partners who will create new ways to share knowledge and dramatically increase the collective impact of everyone who cares about biodiversity. It's about finding new ways to work together for greater impact. It's that simple. By 2030, the Hempel Foundation is committed to having significantly contributed to sustaining biodiversity in at least 5 million hectares of the most important tropical forests on the planet. That is an area larger than the entire country of Denmark. We believe our new strategy to sustain key biodiversity areas, increase financial resources, and strengthen collective efforts will allow us to focus our philanthropy on the right places and the right partners. We are motivated and committed to having the greatest impact possible to address the biodiversity crisis and to protect the diversity of life on Earth for generations to come. If you're interested in our approach, please join us.